go. Come on, get it.
Back it away.
Go.
I gotta get a mic. Let's see if I can find a mic. Come on. Easy. Easy way. Easy.
Wrestling fans, welcome to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. Here with me, the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. Robert, a lot of wrestling fans are really surprised that you two young fellas have been able to hold on to those championship belts as long as you have.
That's right, Bob. Not only are the people surprised, I think the wrestlers are very surprised. But one thing about it, it's not surprising for the Rock and Roll Express, Bob, because we worked long and hard to get where we are today, and we're looking forward to staying the World Tag Team Champions a long time. You know, ever since we beat the Russians for these belts, they've been very upset. They come out there, they tried to hurt us, they tried to beat us, tried to do all kinds of things to us, Bob. You can see we still are the World Tag Team Champions. The Russians, now they want to play their game. They want to have a double chain match. We got one of their chains, Bob. We plan on taking it to them.
What about that, Rick?
That's right, Bob. We don't care anywhere in the world, baby. If you want to step in the ring with the Rock and Roll Express with a double chain match, you got it. You know why you got it, brother? Because we got enough guts, we got enough pride, and our heart is as big as All Outdoors, brother. We don't care what it takes. So let me tell you something, Koloffs. Bring it on and come on down, brother, because double chain's what you want, double chain is what you got, brother. We don't care. We are the World Tag Team Champions, and we're going to stay the World Tag Team Champions. Yeah, you're big and bad, brother, but don't forget one thing. You can always be had, and I'm telling you that right now. This world was built on rock and roll, baby, and rock and roll's here to stay. And when we see you, woo, get ready, because we're going to rock you like
All right, let's go to the ring now, fans. We're ready with action. Here is Terry Taylor and Mark Fleming, Johnny Weaver.
Another good-looking athlete in there, Terry Taylor, man who's held a lot of major titles, Bob, all over the country. A good-looking, handsome individual and a fine wrestler, top contender for many belts, and understand he's got his eye on a national heavyweight
title. That's
held
right.
by Black Bart. I'm glad I see down here you're going to get a chance to talk to him maybe later in the program, enlighten all of our fans on this great star.
Right you are, Johnny. Terrific wrestler is Terry Taylor, and a whale of an athlete. He's coming up in the corner. That was sort of a reverse suplex, Johnny, as he had him in the corner. Slammed him to the mat, had him covered for only two as Fleming kicks out. But Terry Taylor, as you say, a tremendous star already in the world of professional wrestling. And I tell you, Black Bart is a big one. He's a rough one, and he's a tough one, and he's had a lot of tutelage from some of the great ones too, Johnny. But this young Terry Taylor right here, with him hot on his trail, Black Bart had better be looking behind him.
Just look at him operate in that ring. You can tell he's mature, and he has proved that with all the titles that he has captured. Right here, the Mark Fleming has got the advantage, but he's going to have his hands full before this one's over with Terry Taylor.
As Taylor on the mat in a headlock. Fleming now putting a lot of pressure on that headlock as Taylor's flat on the mat. Fans also during this hour, and Johnny, I am anxious to see him in the ring and see him in action. We're going to see Sam Houston in a match. We've got a tag team. What about Abdullah the Butcher and this Barbarian? We're going to see them together here, Johnny.
Just an unbelievable combination put together by Paul Jones. But look at Terry Taylor. A step ahead. That's his quickness also. And again, just as the Rock and Roll Express won the World Tag Team titles with that quickness and speed, it's a great asset for this good-looking athlete in there, Terry Taylor.
You just can't beat that quickness and that speed, and Taylor has that, as does the Rock and Roll Express, as you mentioned. And we're also going to be watching the World Tag Team Champions in action during this hour, fans, along with another one that's hot on the trail of a championship, Nature Boy Buddy Landel. He'll be right here.
And let's not forget another man who's bad to the bone. Superstar Billy Graham will be back, and he's back in his old style with the color, the glamour, the sparkles, and it's a superstar Billy Graham.
Here's Taylor now back to the ropes by Fleming, and Referee Tommy Young right there. We get a good clean break as Fleming quickly backed away from Taylor. Quick arm drag. There he shows you his quickness, Johnny.
The incident we saw at the beginning of the program, Bob, involved Sam Houston. It involved the national tag team champions, the Anderson, and I see where you're going to get to talk to them later in the program.
That's right. Arn and Ole Anderson, your national tag team champions. And not only the incident that we saw there with Sam Houston, but they've been beating up on a number of people recently, Johnny.
And it seems like the ones that they had beat up on, they had to split apart, and now they're taking it out on Sam Houston. I think that's 2 attacks on Sam Houston that they've had. Also, the Boogie Woogie Man will be here.
Taylor with another takedown. Here's Fleming now on the mat. At his shoulders facing the mat. Knocked down for a count as he's going to turn in and come out and reverse that hold on Terry Taylor. Good move by Mark Fleming, who is an outstanding wrestler, Johnny.
But he's just a wee bit out of class right here by Terry Taylor. And Taylor's been around a long while, and as you indicated, Black Bart is a big one, 300 pounds. But the speed and quickness we have seen has really paid off on them titles changing hands recently. And this good-looking athlete right here is going to be hot on the trail of that title.
Looked like Taylor had him for the count of 3. He was only able to hold him for the 2 count before Fleming kicked out.
That was a particularly great individual move by Taylor right there, and it caught Fleming with the element of surprise, and he almost got them shoulders kind of down.
All right, Taylor with a knee right into the arm muscle as he's got that arm bent up high and out of the back of Mark Fleming.
He has the leverage, he has the hold, he has the advantage right here, and it's causing Fleming to exert a lot of energy to try to get out of this situation.
Into the corner, there's the elbow to the midsection. Now Fleming with a hard right.
Let's go.
Good form. Now Taylor reverses him in the corner.
And our huge crowd is enjoying the action with Terry Taylor having the upper hand.
There's Fleming off of the ropes into that form.
Terry Taylor about to maybe wind it up. This is going to be a... Oh, he's trying to set him up in the corner there. Terry Taylor with a suplex, a beautifully executed move once he got his balance.
Suplex, Mark Fleming out of the corner. And he's covered with a press, and it's 3. Watch this in slow motion, Johnny.
All right, Taylor taking the action to Mark Fleming right here. The tempo of the match has picked up. Catches him with a flying elbow, and from there the suplex puts away Mark Fleming.
All right, fans, right here, Magnum TA, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, America's team. Dusty, a lot of bad things have been happening to a lot of guys, and the Andersons are responsible for a lot of it.
Too bad. Tully Blanchard, too.
That's right.
Baby Doll, too. Ole 9, we sick and tired of it now. What they did to Sam Houston. What they did to Sam Houston is uncalled for. We ain't going to excuse it whatsoever. And they claiming that they were nowhere around. Sam knows, I know, and Magnum know. You take a look at it right now. And right here is the scene from a parking lot. The kid going to get his bag and put it in his car and go on down the road. And they took it upon themselves to beat him up profusely about the head and shoulders. It ain't going to go no further. We going to end it, baby.
The fact of the matter is this. It's time for all the talking to end. They're trying to put a man out of professional wrestling. They're trying to take his livelihood. They're trying to take the heart away from Sam Houston. Well, you're not going to get it done by waylaying him in some parking lot. Yeah, you hurt him pretty bad. But the kid's back. The kid's got more fight in him than you ever thought about. And the fact is now, you're going to have to deal with all of us, not just one-on-one. All 3 of us, we all stand together. Anything that you men want. And I use that men word very loosely because a man stands up and does his fighting for himself. They don't gang up on a kid. They do what they had to do by themselves one-on-one. Well, now America's team, united with Sam Houston, is ready for anything the Andersons or Tully Blanchard wants. So just remember this battle's a long way from being finished.
Let me say this one thing. I'm going to the parking lot tonight with my bag, by myself. And this is right at you, Ole Anderson. You know where my red car's parked. You come and jump on the American Dream one time. All 3 of you. And let's see what goes on.
Okay, fans, Magnum TA, Dusty Rhodes, the America's team. And they've been telling you saw what happened to Sam Houston in the parking lot. The Andersons, Tully Blanchard, Baby Doll, all of them involved, and they have really been working him over. We'll be back. We'll have more right after we take this brief time out. Back at ringside to Bell. Young Sam Houston, Jim Jeffers. And you'll notice, I hope you'll see him, and we'll show him to you in just a moment. Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes are down at the ringside. They're down there protecting the back of Sam Houston. And I might say they're protecting the back from two gentlemen that are standing right here with me at ringside, the National Tag Team Champions,
Let me ask you something, Bob. If Sam Houston is supposed to be a professional athlete, if he's supposed to be a grown man like he claims, why does he have to have America's team out here doing his stooging and covering his backside for? Answer me that, Bob.
Well, Arn, it's always been 2 or 3 against 1, according to Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes. What about that, Ole?
You know, I've known Dusty Rhodes for a long time. And although I don't get along with him particularly well, I have to say that I've always respected his ability as a wrestler. I've always respected his ability as an athlete. He was a one-time, 2-time, I believe, world heavyweight champion. But there's only one thing I can say to Dusty Rhodes right now. He's a liar. He is a liar. There's no question about it. He, Magnum TA, both of them lying through their teeth. If Sam Houston said that we jumped him, then Sam Houston is also a liar. Do you think for 2 seconds that it would take Arn, Ole, and Tully Blanchard to get rid of a guy like Sam Houston? And if we did, do you think for 1 minute that Sam Houston would still be walking around? Ask that question. Did you see us do it?
No, I did not.
When you look at did anybody see us do it?
No, I can't answer that, Ole. So, there may have been some spectators or some fans that may have seen that.
Well, then you better get them. Ask the promoter. Ask Mr. Crockett. Now, if he knew that we did it, if he was sure that he did it, well, then he better suspend us. Maybe he better fine us. Maybe he better do something. But obviously, he doesn't have any proof either. And to take Sam Houston's word, well, he might have stumbled out and tripped over his suitcase someplace and come up with a little skin off his nose. Who knows how he did it? I doubt that he knows himself. But I'll tell you this, it wasn't us. No way. If we'd have done it, Sam Houston wouldn't even be here.
Maybe he was running around with those little girls out back. His girlfriend caught him, and maybe she smacked him in the noodle. Who knows, Bob Caudle? But the burden of proof is on them to prove we did anything. And just like Ole said, you're looking at 2 grown men, and Tully Blanchard, you're looking at 3 grown men and 3 champions. Does it take 3 champions and 3 overgrown men to smack a punk like Houston around? Ask yourself that question.
What about it? We're ready anytime. Everybody's issuing challenges. Well, this is time for us to issue one. You've got Dusty out there, Magnum TA out there, and Sam Houston. You don't see us running.
Look at Sam Houston.
Hey, wait a minute.
Down goes Jeffers. Wait a minute. What's this?
Since the match is over,
Well, he
Bob
was trying to beat
What's
up
the
on
matter?
Houston.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. What is this now? Is this some more Magnum's tricks
Yes,
or what?
sir. What about that belly to belly suplex? Oh. And the Andersons take off. What a surprise finish after the match was already over as Sam Houston came with a belly-to-belly suplex. And watch it right here as he's going to whip Jim Jeffers now into the ropes. And when he comes off, he's going to really pull a surprise. And you should have seen the expression on the face of the Andersons when Sam Houston whipped it belly-to-belly. We'll be back. We'll have more right after we take this time out.
Hi, wrestling fans. I'm Tony Schiavone. Now it's time to take a very special look at a very special man. The #1 box office attraction in the world today. Let's take a look at Magnum TA. Magnum TA. You know, every great champion has pride. Pride about himself, about his hometown, and about his family. And Magnum TA is no exception. Now let's take a look at this very special man, Magnum TA, and his hometown.
My life, I'm ready for anything. Standing right here is Indian Beach, Virginia, my hometown. Been wearing the game whatever I'm Bobby Warren. Man, to help me prepare in 1977 to become the 167-pound state wrestling champion right here. The outstanding wrestler in the state of Virginia. This man's behind me again. He's standing here giving me support. This time I'm going for a much bigger goal.
This is the hometown gym, Magnum TA. We're looking forward to being able to say that he's the new heavyweight world wrestling champion.
You know, as a kid, I spent a lot of time here in Norfolk Scope. I watched a lot of great athletes. I watched it, and I'd have dreamed to one day wrestle right here in my home in Norfolk, wrestle here in the scope of the World's Heavyweight Championship. And now that dream is close to becoming a reality for me. And all this has been come about because I've had someone behind me. And I want to take this time, this opportunity, to introduce to the wrestling world the rings beneath my feet, my inspiration, my mom.
Jerry, this is the biggest thrill to have you home for a day and be able to spend the day with you and be down at the beach this morning doing some filming. I was just sitting here thinking about how you used to watch TV as a little boy at 6 years old and say you were going to be a professional wrestler one day, and I said maybe. And then in ninth grade, you started wrestling at Norfolk Collegiate High School, and that was a struggle. And then I saw you become a state champion, an outstanding wrestler at 167 pounds in your senior year. And I thought that was exciting, and it was. But now it's even more exciting to get to the point where I can see you wrestle here in Norfolk Scope before your family and friends in Chesapeake and Virginia Beach, where you've spent all your life. And it just means so much to all of us to be here and see your accomplishments in the wrestling world. And it's been so exciting to follow it with you for the last 4 years. And I feel like I'm a part of it because we talk so often on the phone. And I just look forward to the time when you can reach that goal that I know you've had for so long, one that means as much to me almost as it does to you. And I know that one day that I'm going to see you as a world champion, and nothing would thrill me more than to see it happen right here in Norfolk Scope.
For the gold will take Magnum TA to many cities, obviously all across the country, in Michigan, Las Vegas, all over. The icing on the cake for it would be for him to win that world's heavyweight title in front of his mother in Norfolk. Wherever it may be, though, he is a man that has earned the right to go after that world heavyweight title. Now let's go back to the ring.
And in the ring, we have just an unbelievable team, Bob, put together by #1 Paul Jones, the Barbarian, and Abdullah the Butcher.
Two of the wildest, roughest, most fiercest combatants in professional wrestling, Abdullah the Butcher and the Barbarian. One corner, one team, and they're wild, Johnny.
And this match has been in progress, and since the beginning, Brady Boone and George South have fared about as well as you're seeing them right now. And Paul Jones he's always been a man that's been in trouble with other wrestlers a lot of time in his career. He's always had big men around him before, but nothing like these two. This is an unbelievable team.
And here's the Butcher as he comes right to the throat now. George South with those fingers. And he always keeps those fingers taped, Johnny. He can really do some damage with those fingers in that hand with that tape around it. And all of that tremendous weight that this man packs.
The whole team has got a lot of weight. You got one man, 460 plus pounds.
Watch out.
The other one in tremendous condition at 280. And look at this. Unbelievable. 462 pounds down across the chest of George South. And another victory in the stable.
And he's just going to lie right there on him, Johnny. As here comes Paul Jones into the ring to add a little more to it. Watch here in slow motion as Abdullah comes charging out of the corner. Watch how high he gets all of that tremendous weight. Right down on South with that elbow. When he rolls over on him, there's no way South's going to kick out. Our winner is Abdullah the Butcher and the Barbarian.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages about the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling events coming up in your area.
All right, fans, and with us right now here at ringside, young Sam Houston. Sam, I noticed that the cast has gone off of that arm, and that's just tremendous. You look great up there in the ring, but I tell you, it looks like that the Andersons are just determined they're going to do away with Sam Houston.
Yes, sir, Bob. You're very right when you say that. I've got some good news in saying that the cast is off my arm and my arm has healed. And I'm really glad to be back in the ring without that thing. It was a real thorn in my side. At the opening of the tape this evening, you saw a clip of a film, and then Dusty and Magnum came out and showed you the rest of it. And I've got something to say. That night, I was leaving the parking lot, going to my car with my wrestling bags. I was riding on cloud 9 because I had beaten Arn Anderson on national TV for a 3 count. Ole Anderson came up behind me, yelled my name. I thought it was a friend of mine.
Can I ask you that? It was the Andersons. They deny that they did that. You're certain, and you saw them, right?
Bob, it wasn't anybody else. I turned around and looked Ole Anderson eye to eye. Now, you've messed up my face, Ole Anderson. You're trying to put me out. Well, you're not going to do it. Not you, not Arn Anderson, and not Tully Blanchard. There's no way that I'm going to lay back and let you put me out of wrestling. Now, you just saw something. I know you were out here, and I know you were talking while I was wrestling in the ring. You seen something happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. A belly-to-belly suplex. Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes have been training me, have been working out with me. That's just one of the many things now that's in my arsenal is a belly-to-belly suplex, and I think I executed it pretty well.
I thought it was gorgeous. Not only did you have the belly-to-belly, but you had Magnum TA and Dusty Rhodes outside of the ring there watching your back during that match too, Sam.
Yes, sir, and I'm going to tell you, it's a good feeling to know I got friends in my corner helping me out, yelling support, and trying to help me do the things I came here to accomplish and came here to do. I would have never suplexed the man had he not attacked me after the match, and Magnum TA told me to go for it. He told me right then and there, he said, Sam, go for it. And I went and did it. It's because of that. Now you know that's just one more trick up my sleeve that I'm going to pull on you, Andersons. Tully Blanchard, you better look out.
The muscle man himself, superstar Billy Graham, bad to the bone. And Johnny, as big and as strong and as rough and as tough as he is, he can be just as bad as he wants to be as far as I'm concerned. I don't think anybody can stop him. His opponent across the ring is Ricky Reeves, and Ricky Reeves, who is really going to have his work cut out for him during this match. One thing, Johnny, let's mention, boy, you almost need blinders with all the jewelry, the color, and everything now that Billy Graham wears into the ring. And I got to tell all of you fans that you're looking at Billy Graham now and what he calls his autumn colors. Chestnut brown and gold. Would you believe it, Johnny?
That's a Billy Graham that all the wrestling world has known, with the colors, with the glamour, with the sparkles, and he's always been bad to the bone. He's disengaged himself of everybody else. He's Billy Graham alone. Superstar Billy Graham.
Truly a superstar, and that name really fits Billy Graham. He is that and then some, as here comes Reeves off of the rope. And Superstar got a knee quickly up into the midsection, and he's going to pound Reeves now to the back, into the back of the neck.
With those 24-inch biceps, that armor weighs real heavy on all the opponents, as Ricky Reeves is finding out right now the face full of turnbuckle for him.
Johnny the Superstar is just so powerful, such a strong man. It's hard to overcome the tremendous strength that he possesses. And when he lands a blow like that one, there's plenty of power behind it.
And of course, we saw him with that Bull Nelson that's put a lot of people away in recent weeks, hoisting him up on his back in the backbreaker, and has gained victory after victory for Superstar Billy Graham.
Johnny, nobody breaks that full Nelson with the arms and the power that Billy Graham has got. When he puts on that full Nelson, it's all over for the opponent.
Here's the backbreaker we indicated.
Well, that could be it.
That he's been using recently, and it's another victory for Superstar Billy Graham. Bad to the bone, and Superstar Billy Graham.
As big and as powerful as Superstar is, when he gets him up in that backbreaker, that is going to be it. And here you see Reeves got a face full of fat as he came hard off of the rope. And at this point, here's Billy Graham going to lift him high to the air, and it's all over. Ricky Reeves, winner, Superstar Billy Graham. And we'll be back. We're going to talk with the United States Heavyweight Champion. Fans right now with us here at ringside, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard. Here's his perfect 10 baby doll. Tully, I got to ask you, what about this alliance between the U.S. champion and the Anderson brothers?
Bob Caudle, I'm going to cut you off right there. I was listening a little while ago on the monitor. You just assuming that Ole, Arn, and myself attacked Sam Houston in the parking lot. Well, I tell you what, from what I understand, Sam Houston didn't do his manly duties quite good enough, and his girlfriend beat him up. Yeah. Okay, well, that's enough for that matter, because we don't have to do nothing. Now, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, you want to come out here and stand guard? You want to take care of that young kid? That's fine. But don't get on national television and lie to the wrestling fans and lie about Ole, myself, and Arn. Because we don't have to attack poor Sam Houston in the parking lot. Oh, we don't have to. Dusty Rhodes, you want to make a big challenge, say, I'm going to be at my red car with my bag all by myself. Dusty Rhodes, you just think back to everything that's happened to you in the squared circle at Ole's hands, my hands, Arn's hands, and a few other people. We don't need to sneak up on anybody. We'll come right face to face, the National Tag Team Champions and the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. We don't have to sneak up on anybody, anything, anytime, anywhere. Now, Magnum TA, since you and I have become so fond of each other lately, I want to give you my sincere, honest hope that you defeat Ric Flair in the Norfolk Scope or any place else and become the World's Heavyweight Champion. Because the minute that happens, the clock starts ticking, and Tully Blanchard will do the same thing he did to you with this, the United States Heavyweight Championship belt. I will take that one, the 10 pounds of gold, and take it in the bank. Magnum TA, you're marked.
Fans right now with us here at ringside, let's bring in Rocky King and the boogeyman himself, Jimmy Valiant.
Hey, brother Bobby, baby, this is the Rocky King. This is King Fish, my sweet brother. I want to show everybody just what happened just a little while ago when Wide Load Jimmy Cornette and the Midnight Express tried to take the soul, tried to take the glory, tried to take and strip everything from King Fish. Now look right here, brother. There it is, 1, 2, 3 on Rocky King, which is from now on called King Fish. This is what's happening right here, brother.
All right, they just clotheslined Rocky King and they got him flat on the mat, Jimmy, and they're just stomping away at him. They're going to double team and hold him right here.
Yeah, hold him, watch it. The Express is holding him, and Wide Load Jimmy Cornette just goes right up to his face, and he starts to paintbrush his act, you understand? Now, I want to tell my people something. Before this is all over, I personally will hold Wide Load Jimmy Cornette and let King Fish, Rocky King, paintbrush him, and that's a promise, brother. Yeah, there's Boogie Woogie to the rescue right there. There it is, there it got down. Come here, Rocket. Now, I want to tell everybody right now, baby, this is what's going down. The Rocket and myself against the Express and Jimmy Cornette. Well, Jimmy Cornette, when I hold you and Rocky slaps the taste right out of your mouth, then, and not only then, I will be satisfied, but the Kingfish will be satisfied. One more thing, I do have a street old lady, Big Mama. Everybody knows who I'm talking about. Dusty Rhodes, send her home because she may be in use. Just to watch this Wide Load. You know this Wide Load. He's got a body. Cornette's got a body like a pear. His shoulder is this wide and his posterior is this wide. Have you ever seen them big semi trucks, brother? Yeah, you've seen them flatbeds. That's Wide Load. That's what you are, Cornette. Wide Load. We coming for you, Daddy. And I want to say one more thing, Cornette. You couldn't wake the boogeyman up if he was sleeping.
And there they are, and Johnny, the crowd loves these youngsters. They're just tremendous in the ring, full of action, always excitement when you've got the Rock and Roll Express around. Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, their opponents in this match, the Black Cat and Ben Alexander.
And of course, Bob, their speed and agility is what got them the biggest prize in tag team wrestling, the World Tag Team Championship. They're enjoying tremendous popularity, as you can hear it. Listen to our crowd right now.
Oh, they love these youngsters, the Rock and Roll Express. And I hope you saw earlier in our program at the beginning of this hour when they had some choice comments to say and to pass along to the Russians about their chain and their chain matches. Also, Johnny, at the beginning of this match, I want to say that was a tremendous special that we saw on Magnum TA.
It certainly was, and we're all looking forward to a world title held by Magnum TA. And you know, the Rock and Roll Express to have a world title, and they deserve everything they've earned because their feats have been unequaled, Bob. I mean, how many other people have ever beat the Russians?
Absolutely. Here is Robert Gibson, who was in after that tag. Ricky Morton now back, and he's got Ben Alexander by the arm and the wrist, but takes him toward his corner for the tag. Here's the Black Cat, Johnny.
Yeah, but he doesn't fare any better. Ricky Morton all over the top of him. There's a tag, Bob. Both guys in the ring. Oh, beautiful knee lock by Robert Gibson.
There's a double drop kick.
Whoa! Double drop kick. They set him up with that knee lift. And a double drop kick by the World Tag Team Champions puts him away. The winner, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, the World Tag Team Champion.
The Rock and Roll Express fans, your World Tag Team Champions. And when you watch them in the ring, you can see exactly how and why. Watch it finish in slow motion. The knee lift. Here comes that double drop kick. What's the timing on this, Johnny?
The Black Cat was lost in the ring right there for a few seconds, and he gets caught. That's all it took. A few seconds, he gets caught with that double drop kick. The winner's the World Tag Team Champions, Rock and Roll.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages about the Mid-Atlantic Wrestling events coming up in your area.
All right, fans, and with us right here, a young fella who's really been going to the war and coming back with a lot of scars. Recently, Sam Houston.
Yes, sir, you know I have. I've got a few things I want to say. Still, the #1 goal in my life as a professional wrestler is to become the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, which is currently held by Ric Flair, but I've been sidetracked. All I want to do now, right now, is get even. I want to get even with the Andersons. I want to get even with Tully Blanchard. It's a feeling I got down deep, way down deep in my heart. You stooped as low as jumping me in the parking lot. You've done a lot of things to me. You broke my arm. I don't care. All I want to do now is get even. If it takes me catching Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, or Tully Blanchard in a parking lot with some of my friends, don't put it past me, because I may do it. If it takes me jumping you on the way to the ring, I may do it. You've got me mad. You've stirred something inside of me that I didn't know was alive. I'm coming out for one thing and one thing only, and that is to hurt Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, any way I can. It may take me, it may take Magnum, and it may take Dusty, all three of us, to hurt you and hurt you bad, and to make you feel everything that I've felt in the past few weeks. And if it takes all that, I'm prepared to do it. I've been training. I'm more intense in my training and in my ring work. I'm more intense in the ring now. Anderson's, Blanchard, you're all I want. You're what I think about all the time. When I eat, when I sleep, anything I do, one goal in mind is to hurt you and put you out the same way you've done to me. And all these people right here behind me in anything I want to do, and they know it. They know it. They're behind me. They're behind me, brother. I've improved my bulldog. And I've got a
What about that belly-to-belly, Sam?
Let me tell you something. That belly-to-belly is probably the most devastating move I know right now. And I've got to thank Magnum TA from way down deep in my heart for showing it to me and teaching it to me and devising it a way that I can do it too, as well as he. I'm not as strong as Magnum. I can't pick the bigger guys up like he can, but I can. I use momentum now. I don't need my strength.
Fans, I tell you, we've really had a lot of excitement watching this young man in the ring in recent weeks. Terry Taylor, #1 contender for the national title, National Heavyweight Championship, Terry.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. I'll tell you what, without all these fans right here, I couldn't be where I am now. And yes, I am the #1 contender, I've worked long and hard, and I'm looking forward to the chance to get Black Bart in the ring because he is a champion. He has been dodging me, but I feel like the time is drawing near. When I get him in the ring, I feel like it's going to be my time, and I will be the next national heavyweight champion.
You're talking about a big man when you talk about Black Bart, Terry. He's such a huge, rough individual.
Yes, sir. I know all about him because he's gone out of his way to try to intimidate me. He's tried to slap me down. He's tried to have his way with me. But I just feel like when it comes right down to wrestling, one-on-one, I feel like I can beat anybody, and that includes Black Bart. So I'm just telling everybody right now, I'm geared up. Anytime you're going after a title, it's like putting the pieces of a jigsaw together. You have to get the right combination, and that's what I feel like I'm doing with Bart. Sooner or later, Black Bart, I'm going to get you in the ring, and I feel like it's going to be my time, and I will be the champion.
Terry Taylor right here, fans. Terry, stay with us. You're going to want to see the action in the ring, this match that we've got coming up right now, because here is a man with his manager. You're looking at Mr. James J. Dillon and his boy right there, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel.
That's true. J.J. Dillon also is the advisor of my #1 nemesis, and that's Black Bart.
Right.
And you can see right now that Buddy Landel's not lacking in confidence at all. Take a little lapse like that, you can lose. It doesn't take long, and I just hope that Black Bart is overconfident too. Now, Landel's rough. He'll mix it up with you in 1 second. And J.J. Dillon has instilled this in all his men. Look at him go out of his way to punish this man. Boom, right away.
Tremendous elbow. Hey, he looks like he may be going already for the figure four.
Yes,
this
he
is his favorite move.
I believe that's it right there. I've never seen Buddy get out of Buddy Landel's figure four.
And what a quick win that was.
That is impressive.
Yes,
that is
sir.
impressive. Buddy Landel put him away just right quick.
You really got to be impressed. And
now
he still got that figure four locked in. He won't let it go.
He's got that nasty streak in him. J.J. Dillon's, man. J.J. should be making the guy break the hold. I tell you, that kid's leg's hurting right now. I tell you, I hope he's not injured.
You can see right here,
he loves it. Look at him.
Watch the slow motion as we go back and replay it. Here's the big, powerful elbow from Buddy Landel, and out of that, he went right to that figure four.
That's right. That elbow's probably enough right there. But Landel goes out there and punishes him.
What an impressive victory. I want to come out here and say a few things. He's hogging up my television time. I could talk for the rest of the program, and for another hour, you could excuse yourself and get out of here.
I don't want any hassle with you. I'm going peaceable. No trouble with you at all. You have nothing to do with what I want.
Hey, don't just walk away. You owe me
And Terry Taylor slugs James J. Dillon, knocks him flat to the mat. Here comes Buddy Landel from behind. He's got Terry Taylor now kicking him in the head. James J. Dillon is kicking at him. Landel down on top of Terry Taylor, stomping, and they both kicking at Taylor now as he's down on the concrete floor. He had floored James J. Dillon, and out came Buddy Landel. Here come the Rock and Roll Express now as James J. Dillon and Buddy Landel quickly leave the arena. And Terry Taylor slugged from behind. But he got a good poke in at James J. Dillon. But I tell you, he was kicked and stomped by James J. Dillon and by Buddy Landel. It was 2 against 1. And Terry Taylor really couldn't defend himself. And it was great that the Rock and Roll Express came out just when they did. Terry has still...
That Landel and J.J. Dillon have not seen the end of this. They think this is the beginning. They're wrong, because this is just the beginning. Nobody jumps on my back like that and gets away with it, Bob Caudle. Landel, this is fair warning. This is it, bro. You want war, J.J. Dillon, Black Bart, Landel, it doesn't matter. I'm coming out on top of this, and if it's at your expense, that's the way it goes, Jack.
Terry Taylor, fans. And he, of course, is after the #1 boy right now of James J. Dillon, who is the national heavyweight champion, Big Black Bart. And you can see what Dillon wants to do to Terry Taylor. And, of course, he had the help right there of Buddy Landel, as Landel, the Nature Boy, came charging out, getting Terry Taylor from behind. What a wild and woolly finish it's been to an exciting hour, fans, right here on Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. We'll see you next week, and until then, so long for now.
Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling is a presentation of the JCP Sports Network and has been furnished to the station for broadcast at this time in exchange for commercial consideration.